Virgos. Welcome to your tarot reading. I hope you guys are having an awesome week. I'm going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is the one that the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with my guides and with this deck. If you're new, welcome in. And if you're returning, welcome back. Either way, I thank you so very much for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been really awesome in helping my channel to grow. You interact with all my videos. So special shout out to you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. If you are here because this message is in your feed, then it is for you. And if you are here because of the title, which I don't even know what that is yet, then this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot. Ooh, karma, huh? Things start to turn in your favor. I love that. Be sure and like the video. Definitely subscribe if you like the messages. All of your interactions really do help my channel to grow. So again, I really, really appreciate you guys doing that for me. You guys have blown up a couple of my videos and I am so very appreciative. It also pushes it out so that others can see the messages, right? Like sun, moon, rising, Venus. I always watch, all my sun, moon, rising videos. So I really appreciate you guys. On the bottom of the deck, we had that Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. You could have Sagittarius in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You don't have to be. This is just that karma, good luck, things starting to turn in your favor, right? Because our lives go in cycles, right? We move in cycles and it's not linear, right? It's not a straight line. It is like a wheel. Like we move in cycles, we learn lessons, and then we move into a new cycle, right? And hopefully we take what we've learned from that previous cycle into a new one. So things are starting to turn here. This isn't a fast moving energy and it may not even be visible, right? But this is definitely things starting to kind of come together. It's like that divine timing card, right? So just know that any challenges will be taken care of. Any delays or setbacks are now changing, right? Because this wheel is starting to turn. And that can mean, good luck coming in. It could be finances coming in. It just means that, stay on your course, stay on your path, because things are really starting to shift here for you. And luck is starting to come in here for you. So the situation is the Fool, and the Fool is about a new beginning, right? So this is like taking a leap of faith and then trusting in the divine to have your back through that new beginning. He is, freeing himself and kind of just stepping off this cliff and really trusting in spirit to catch him and to carry him through, right? So it can be like that naive, childlike, curious kind of energy. It doesn't mean that you're naive. It's just that fresh energy. And it is like embarking on a new journey and leaving the past behind. Again, carrying those lessons that you've learned and your curiosity to move into a new chapter here. So I feel like you could have started a new beginning, or you're wanting to kind of take a leap of faith and have a new beginning here, right? Like you're ready to kind of start new and fresh. So the blockage is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is about joy, happiness, celebrations, right? This can be about maybe some resistance, right? Or maybe kind of resistance to enjoying this new beginning, fully embracing that Fool energy, right? So for whatever reason, right? This can just be you not able to enjoy it because you're, fearing stability, or you are, you're fearing what ifs, right? Like not trusting in the divine timing, not trusting in spirit. Again, because the Fool is about taking a leap of faith, but then trusting the universe to have your back here. So I feel like this is you really needing to embrace the joy and kind of maybe in even small ways, right? Just increase the flow of positivity and the positive opportunities. And again, seeing the joy in this new beginning. Because as scary as it can be very exciting too, right? So maybe needing to see the excitement and the joy with this new beginning. Maybe you've had a tower moment and now things are starting to shift and you're starting like this whole new life, but you're concerned about stability. You're concerned about your happiness, right? So the root cause of this situation and the blockage is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is abundance, success, it's wish fulfillment, right? So it can also be, focusing on self, like filling your own cup, your own emotional stability here, and being grateful for that, right? But you have this one person sitting here and he has all of these cups to himself. So this is kind of like self-satisfaction, you going after things that are emotionally fulfilling for you, which could seem a little selfish, right? Like it could feel a little overwhelming, or like you self-care is not selfish, right? Like you may feel like you're self-indulging here, but I don't feel that. I feel like this is a new beginning that is trying to come in here because there's a new cycle that wants to form, and this is going to bring you lots of joy and happiness and abundance here, right? So I feel like there is success in this new beginning. It's just you needing to embrace it. So in the recent past, what is still affecting this? We have the Emperor. And the Emperor is like that leadership, right? That's kind of just taking control of situations, your mindset, your life, and really kind of taking an action towards manifestations, taking an action towards, bringing things to fruition in your life. He's grounded and has like that personal, it's like your personal power, right? Like he has this robe on, but he also has his armor on. Like he's ready to go at a moment's notice here, and he's ready to take action from a place of power. He's not reacting from fear, which can really be like the opposite of that Fool, right? Like that fear, that not embracing the joy and happiness in this new beginning. So this is also about like releasing control. A disconnection from your personal power. Maybe that's why you were kind of fearing stepping into a new beginning here, because you weren't feeling empowered and you didn't feel like you had the ability to take some kind of action, right? It's just kind of like maybe even trying to control a situation, right? Instead of, again, with that freedom and that releasing to the universe, this is kind of like a controlling energy. Like you're wanting to control the outcome, you're wanting to control the cycles, and you can't really do that, right? Like you kind of have to release that, the unknown to spirit, and let things come to fruition. So the message from your higher self or your spirit guides, we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is about persistence. Persistence. This is about self-reliance and really pushing through obstacles, right? Like you've been through a lot. They call this the wounded warrior. He has that bandage on his head, but all of these wands to me represent lessons. And these are all of the lessons that he has had to learn. And he's kind of looking back at all of those, acknowledging that, right? You may feel a little bit tired, like you have been through a lot. This past cycle may have been a little rough for you, but this is really acknowledging that those trials, those obstacles, what they have taught you, and the self-reliance and resilience that you have now due to those past lessons, right? But it's also a message of you're coming to the end of the struggle or conflict. Like right after the 9 comes the 10, and the 10 is the end, right? So again, with that Wheel of Fortune, there's a new cycle coming in here. So you're right at the end. Like keep going, keep persevering. I know that that's difficult to hear when you are very tired. Believe me, I completely understand that. But I just feel like finishing what you started, and like all of that hard work is going to pay off, right? Like you're coming to the end of that. And again, just tap into that personal power, right? In order to overcome this last little bit. In the immediate future, you have the Empress. I absolutely love that. So you have the Emperor that you're leaving behind, and you have the Empress coming in. Those are opposites, right? Masculine, feminine energy. So I really love that message because this is you opening to receiving. The divine feminine energy receives. The Emperor takes action, right? And in a way, when you take action, you're kind of trying to control, maybe even subconsciously, right? Like you're putting in action towards a goal you want, right, to come to fruition. So you're kind of pushing the energy to go in that direction, right? And there are times that you need to do that because you are focused on your goals. Then there are times to receive where you sit in that Empress energy, that divine feminine energy, and you let things come to you. So she is, open to receive. She has lots of creativity. She's abundant. She is, full of love. She's nurturing. This is about birthing something new, right? And maybe even a new mindset, a new way of being, this new beginning here. This could be a mindset. This could be, a whole new life. This could be a new relationship, a new job, whatever it is for you. It is a general reading, but this is very much that opening to divine feminine energy and practicing self-love, maybe even engaging in creative activities, right? Tapping into that Venus energy, creativity, romance, self-love. Go spend time in nature and, kind of work on your spiritual practice, meditate, journal, go outside and find ways to, kind of interact with nature. I mean, I know that's difficult right now because it's like 100 degrees in Texas. It's hot, but even just like some of my crystals are earth energy. So I kind of connect with those, but I feel like you are opening up to more abundance. There's growth here, right? There is like that divine feminine energy coming in. So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is like that Prince Charming, very loving kind of, how do I want to say it? Like just, fun and like the beginning stages of like romance, just kind of like that giddy, happy energy, right? This doesn't even have to be about love, but it's just embracing that energy. I feel like you're feeling very, maybe even emotional or like, filling up your own cup here, really focused on self-love and nurturing yourself because he is holding that cup and the cups are about your emotions. So you could feel a little emotional at this time, maybe even a little overwhelmed with emotion. But I feel like this is a good thing, right? Like opening your heart chakra, being open to receive love, right? And even like intuitive messages because this has to do with your emotions and your intuition. So I feel like you could really be open to receive intuitive messages, or you're just really open to, allowing the process to unfold and really kind of focusing on self-love. So in your environment, the influence here is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is family. This is like long-term abundance, right? Long-term stability. And then like building something on a solid foundation, right? Like this isn't something that is built overnight or something that is going to maybe fall apart, right? This is grounded. This is stable. Pentacles are very stable energy. They're that earth, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. You could be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You are Virgo if this is your reading, Virgo sun sign. But this is really kind of focusing on long term, building something that is going to last, and breaking with tradition, right? Maybe this new beginning is you kind of breaking with the traditional way of doing things, breaking some kind of traditional cycle, the way things have always been done, right? Whether that's in your family or some kind of traditional thinking from childhood, right? But I feel like this new beginning is you kind of breaking those traditions and maybe even establishing your own beliefs and traditions here moving forward. And your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like this is you hoping to get clarity, right? She is very clear. She speaks her truth. She's open to receive, like she has her hand out, but she also has the sword up. So she's going to cut anything out that doesn't serve her. But I feel like this is you really hoping to establish boundaries and get clarity, right? Be able to speak your truth going forward in this new beginning. Maybe this is a new beginning of you expressing yourself differently. Maybe this is just a whole new you, a whole new way of being here. Because you're moving into this more receptive energy, right? Moving into that more feminine energy. Again, whether you're male or female. So the potential outcome here is the Four of Pentacles. I love that. So the Four of Pentacles is building stability, conserving your resources, building this Ten of Pentacles, right, over time and feeling financially stable and then feeling abundant and kind of sitting in that really prosperous stable energy, right? This can also be a sense of holding on to things too tightly. So you could be letting go of releasing this control, right? That emperor, that controlling energy. This is you kind of, again, releasing control and giving to others as well as yourself, right? It's that equal give and take, and not holding on to outcomes or even like finances, resources, whatever it may be, not holding on to things so tightly anymore. So maybe kind of releasing some sort of control and then opening up more to this receiving energy, right? Definitely moving into more of a stable time, a new stable cycle here, a new stable beginning. I really love that energy. I think that's a really good energy, right? Because it's going to establish stability and comfort. And then you can build to that 10 of Pentacles over time. I feel like this is just a change in maybe mindset or in a way of being. Like you've been in that emperor, that masculine energy for so long and like pushing through obstacles and, you know, taking the inspired actions, following your intuition in order to kind of push through this last cycle. And now you're moving into a cycle of receiving, right? You've been taking all this action, doing all this work, and now this is you receiving everything that you have been working so hard for. All those actions that you've taken are going to now pay off, and it's going to help you build to this more stable lifestyle, right? This could have been something about you following your heart, right? Like that new beginning and embracing this fully. This could be something that is very heart-centered or creative, right? Like maybe you started a business, maybe you took a chance on a relationship, on a new beginning, right? Whatever that is, that was very heart-centered. This is, you know, could be a creative project or something to do with some type of relationship. This could also be, you know, like family or like a loving friendship, right? It doesn't even have to be like a soulmate or a love partner. It could just be like an emotional friendship, you know, whatever that is for you. But definitely feel like you are moving into a more stable period, gaining some clarity here. But just fully embrace this new beginning, right? I feel like you're kind of resistant to it a little bit for whatever reason. But also, you know, maybe right on the edge of ending that cycle and moving into a new cycle, right? That kind of in between time it can be a little frustrating before you actually see things pay off. So they could be building behind the scenes, but it's definitely coming in for you. So I really love this message. I hope that it helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.